Warlords! Warlords is the new Mount and Blade Bannerlord multiplayer mod that everybody in the community is talking about. Today, we're taking a look at what all the hype is about and how you can get involved. Warlords is a progression-based multiplayer experience built for Bannerlord. Every player starts with nothing. Your equipment, your stats, and your reputation are all built through your own actions and achievements. You fight battles, earn gold, unlock new equipment, create new, unique builds with perks and attributes, and develop your character through a persistent progression system that carries across on the battlefield. Unlike vanilla multiplayer, Warlord has no fixed classes, so you decide how your character evolves. Whether you want to be a heavily armoured frontline warrior, a deadly archer, a cavalry specialist, or something entirely on your own, the choice is yours. While progression is important, Warlords remains fundamentally skill-based, allowing brand new players to jump in and compete from day one. In Warlords, gold is more than just currency, it's the foundation of your journey. Earn it through combat and different achievements you get on a daily basis. Invest it into your equipment, your builds, rare cosmetics, and prestige awards. You can play this game completely casually, or you can play it with the community and with clans. You can join a clan, build alliances, make rivalries, have clan wars, etc. Personally, I'm not really into that. I'm just a casual player. Yes, I'm in a clan, but I like just to play on the public servers and have a great fight alongside hundreds of players in the organised battles and the siege events. In this mod, every veteran started as a nobody. Today, your journey begins. So welcome to Warlords. And no one's paying me for this. I'm just very passionate about the Bannerlord community. So how do we install the mod? So to install it, you need to go to the workshop and download Warlords and the Warlords Armory, and then you're set to go. You can also download it from the mod DB, BD, whatever website. If you're struggling to find that, there is a link on their Discord. You should join their Discord, which is in the description below. Now, let's go a little bit more in-depth and off-script talking, as I want to explore a little bit further about some elements of this great mod, which I personally love and want to share with you guys. So, first of all, I love the sieges in Bannerlord. I've always been a big fan of the native sieges, but they're pretty dead these days. It's only during peak times in the weekend that you'll get a solid 120 players, maybe for a few hours. I feel like there is completely new life that's been brought back to Bannerlord Multiplayer. Not only do you have way over 120 players regularly, but the format of the actual siege is so much better. Instead of having A to G flags all across the castle, where someone will backcap the F or the G flag and then the fighting spread all over, and it's just a bit messy. The big difference that what Warlord does, you have to capture the flags in stages. So A, B and C flag to start with, and then it's the D, E and F flag, and once you've captured all those, you can finally capture the G flag. This actually makes a massive difference to the gameplay. Because the combat of 100 and 150 players is focused at this point around the different capture points, instead of spread thin or trying to chase people trying to backcap the G flag. So for example, if you're fighting at the gates and there's a flag at the gates, everyone's actually going to be at the gates in a choke point. It's really fun. Like the footage on the screen now, you're constantly able to find a fight, which is a really nice size scrap that you can just get involved with. And honestly, when it comes down to it, this is all I want from a game like this. It's simple and it's a lot of fun. Next awesome aspect is the character creation itself. Everyone can make multiple types of different characters, and you can respec plenty of times. Everyone's given the same number of talents and attribute points or skill points, and you can freely use to craft your character. You can have a lot of fun doing this, and no other player has an advantage in this area, which I think is the foundational important part of this mod. And if you want to respec these talents, it's really easy. All you have to do is you pay 100 gold, which only takes 4 to 5 minutes to earn in the game, and you can completely change your style. Maybe you looted a new weapon that you want to use, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Next, there is the gear. Let's talk a little bit about the item shop. I'm excited by the massive variation of weapons and armor you can get. With some experiments, some of the actual lower tier weapons are really good. For example, the Bardiche. It's quite cheap at around 2,500 gold. And the length, the speed and the damage of the weapon, I often find myself actually getting more kills with this weapon than the tier 6 27,000 gold 200 sword I have. So it really is preference when it comes to the weapons. And regarding armor, you'll see again these chads running around in the heavy plate all over. Sure, it gives them a little bit more armor, but sometimes, you know, maybe you want to wear a hood. Maybe you want to wear some robes with a bit of chainmail underneath, like myself. You might die slightly faster, but, you know, you look exactly how you want to look. Drip is important. On the note of how you fight, you can do the usual things in the character creation, like an archer, a shield with a one-hander, or a two-handed, fast-moving, naked man, whatever you want to do. But if you look at the talents really carefully, you can have a lot of fun with the different styles. For example, you could use a one-handed mace, and there's a special talent that gives you a 5% chance to knock a player to the ground. You knock them to the ground, they're pretty much dead. Or if you use axes, you can specialise in cutting through multiple opponents, which can really give some exciting multi-kills, which aren't normally able to get. And then also there's the assassin style character. I've never actually done this, but there's lots of players who do it. It gives you more damage from like backstabs, I think, and you can use daggers. And it gives you bonus armor if you're wearing lower tier items from the shop. And it allows for a much higher loot chance. So on the loot chance, this is something fun, something that... So when you get a kill in Warlords, there's a very tiny chance that you will loot one of the weapons or shields that that player is using. This is quite a satisfying reward system that releases that sweet dopamine hit that we all want. I once looted a really nice one-handed sword, which I should have kept because of how expensive it was, but I ended up selling it because it pushed me over the edge to buy a weapon I really wanted. But, you know, it's little things like that which make this mod really enjoyable. So it's safe to say, guys, without going into too much detail, I could ramble on a bit more, but it's safe to say that I'm enjoying this new addition to the multiplayer community, which is in desperate need for the general public. The clan stuff I do behind the scenes and the big organised events, yeah, that's fun, but when I want to just jump on, play some Bannerlord, play some medieval combat, this is the place to be. Anyway, if you've got any questions, please ask me in the comments below, and you should anyway, join the Warlords Discord, which will also be linked below, and you can ask questions there. Guys, I hope you found this informative, and I will see you on the battlefield.